Hi, my name is Heather and I am an oil painter and a mixed media artist. I'm going to show you today how I created this piece called Free to Fly, which is a mixed media piece. If you're new here, please subscribe and tap the bell to keep up with future art videos. And let's get right to it. So I laid down a bunch of papers with Mod Podge and no particular paper, just anything. And then I did a gesso wash, little water, gesso, and then I wiped it off with a paper towel. And this is just a piece I had in my scrap pile that I painted white, gesso. I painted it with gesso. And I'm taking this distressed acrylic paint. This is Wilted Violet. And I am painting on the outside border, and then I'm taking peacock feather and fossilized amber in the middle, and I'm squirting water just to give it that little distressed effect. Next, I am just going to take some black and white paint and paint this little piece of scrap paper. I'm going to create this to be like a window that my bird is coming out of, or a door, wherever the imagination takes you, I guess. So I just took black and white paper, or black and white paint. So I just took black and white paint and I just kind of dragged it across, creating these cool little effects with my paintbrush. And now I'm taking some gesso and a card and I'm swiping it across the board to give it another effect. And of course all of these layers need to be dry in between. And now I'm taking some burnt umber and I'm just doing a burnt umber wash, water and burnt umber, and now I squirted some water with some yellow acrylic paint and wiped it down with a paper towel, and it has to be dry. And I didn't feel like it was dark enough, so I did it again. I want to give it that kind of grunge look. Now I'm taking some Mod Podge and I am gluing down my little window that I created and my bird. I'm just taking some black acrylic paint and painting the bottom. And then I'm going all around the window with some black acrylic paint as well. And it certainly doesn't have to be perfect, just all around. And then I'm taking some alcohol and I'm wiping some of that off. It's rubbing alcohol. And now I'm taking some gesso and I'm just sliding it across lightly to give kind of a brushed look, so it kind of shows all these little shapes on top of that paper. And then I'm wiping it down with some alcohol as well. Now I have my brick stencil and I have taken some embossing paste that was black and I added a little gesso to it to make it gray, and I am using that in my stencil. This embossing paste is really cool. It kind of dries glossy, and it's really neat. This is the first time I've actually ever used it, and I really like it. And I'm just adding a little more black acrylic paint and then taking a little bit off with my rubbing alcohol. And these are my King Art gel sticks, and I'm just scribbling on the top with some gold and rubbing it in. I love these, they're so neat. And then I'm using some purple. Then I'm taking an oil pastel and I'm going around the edges of the piece. And now I have a charcoal pencil and I'm just outlining the bird and giving some shadows to my window and the trees. Just adding some more marks with my gel pens, and now I'm spraying Spectrafix on it to hold that charcoal pencil. And so now I have some acrylic, yellow paint and gesso, and I'm just bringing out my tree limbs. And I'm just taking a black pen and creating little black marks all through my tree limbs just to give it some character. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And then I have a Sizzix cutter, and these are Tim Holtz the leaf die cuts, and I just created some with some colorful paper and cut out these leaves, and I'm putting them down with some Mod Podge. And this is a Stipolo, which is the coolest thing ever. I love this. I'm adding a little water to the top of the pencil, and I'm shading around all of my leaves. I love Stipolo for shading. It's so great. And I am just taking a fine liner and I'm writing Free to Fly. And it took me a couple tries until I actually liked what I got, but I finally did. And this is just some gold rub, the metallic gold, that I am putting a little shimmer on all of the bricks, which I love. I love the shimmer. And that is it. That completes this piece. I hope you enjoyed watching this and you are inspired to create something wonderful. Until next time, bye.